Hey guys, so I just finished watching this on 4K HDR, and now I feel like I need this to kind of talk about it. Cheers. Okay, so The Predator was one of those movies I was really looking forward to. The trailers looked incredible, had a really strong cast. Shane Black was directing, Fred Dekker and Shane Black wrote the thing. So I was really excited because these two guys are some of my favourite writer-directors. Fred Dekker, for instance, is the writer behind The Monster Squad, which is a classic 80s film, and Night of the Creeps. So he has got some pedigree. And Shane Black, he was in the first Predator movie, and he's written some amazing films like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, Nice Guys, Iron Man 3. I liked Iron Man 3. Yeah, these two guys together making a Predator film was a no-brainer. It should have been freaking amazing. It wasn't. Why? What happened? I really got the impression through most of this movie when I was sitting here watching it that it was kind of like not complete. It was rushed. The writing wasn't as polished as it could have been. We had all those witty one-liners yet, but some of them just kind of really fell flat. And we did have some direct callbacks from the first film, the old Arnold Schwarzenegger classic, directed by John McTiernan, who also did Die Hard. So there's two instant classics right there. So John McTiernan, I think he's in jail. Get out soon and make more movies, man, because we miss you. We had some callbacks from that first film, and like we all know that Arnold Schwarzenegger is not the best actor in the world, but his ability to deliver a iconic catchphrase is second to none. So when we hear his catchphrases from that first film, and I don't want to go into spoiler territory here, just did not land. They were so obvious that they were callbacks, they didn't fit the story, and I was just like, why are they here? I mean, we know they're here for a reason. They want to call back to that original and better film. But when they were delivered by the actors in this film, it was just like groan-inducing. I was like, no, it was bad. So the cast is good. There's a good cast here. We've got Boyd Holbrook, who I recognise mainly from Logan, Trevante Rhodes, Jacob Tremblay, amazing kid actor, Keegan-Michael Key, amazing comedian actor, Olivia Munn, Sterling K. Brown, who is one of my favourite actors going around at the moment. If you're not watching This Is Us, check it out. He's amazing in that. Thomas Jane, in the 90s, he was like a leading man guy. He was an action guy. In this film, he's a joke. And that's really sad. Alfie Allen from Game of Thrones. The characters just didn't seem like they had a lot to do. There wasn't a lot of character development. That's what I'm thinking. There was a lot taken out and left on the cutting room floor here. Jake Busey was here as well, playing the son of the character from the second film, Gary Busey, Peter Keyes. There was nothing of his role. There was no callbacks to that second film, no callbacks to his father. He was here just solely as a character who happens to be played by the son of the actor who played the father, and it was just a waste, really was. And Evan Strahovski, really enjoy her, discovered her first in Chuck, and recently been watching her in The Handmaid's Tale, where she's just phenomenal. It's a great series. Aussie actress as well, so yeah, gay Aussie. So there's a good cast here, and given the right script, the right writing, they really could have done something quite amazing with this movie. I don't want to go over the plot too much, but the basic gist of it is that the predators have been coming to this world of ours and taken the spinal columns out of us, out their prey, because they want to better themselves. They're trying to upgrade themselves. And because we're destroying our own planet, they know that we're like an endangered species, so their visits to the planet have become more frequent. So look out, that means more sequels. Yeah, the whole thing was just kind of like the story's decent enough. Yeah, we've got to open up a reason to have the predators coming here. But all the way through this movie, it was called out on multiple occasions that a predator is an animal or creature that hunts its prey for food. And it's called out in this film that this is not a predator. This is a sportsman. It's a hunter. They hunt their prey for sport. So that's not a predator. They called it out in the film. So there's that. This is not a Predator movie. Okay, pros and cons. First up, this is not the stinking pile of shit I'm making it out to be. It's not as bad as what I was expecting going in. The reviews for this thing were pretty bad. A lot of people were giving this ones on the Internet Movie Database critics. And yeah, the reviews, like the trailers look so amazing. So like I said, I was expecting something good. The reviews and all the reports that came out since the movie got released did temper my expectations somewhat. So I was kind of prepared for this to kind of suck balls. And I was surprised that didn't suck balls as much as I thought it was going to. So pros and cons, yeah. Cons, obviously poor script. Direction really needed to be tightened up. I just felt really rushed. Waste of the talent. And don't get me started on the CGI of the Predator #2 in this movie. I mean, it was good CGI, but at the same time, it was just bad CGI. So going that route, it kills me because the Predator franchise is mostly based on a guy in a suit, like admittedly very big guys, like in makeup. So they wanted to kind of make the new Predator like really, really big. So obviously there, they've got to go the CGI route. But geez. Pros. The action was phenomenal. The action scenes in this film were very, very good. Shane Black directed the hell out of the action scenes. Unless, of course, he got his second unit director to do that. Then full kudos to him. But yeah, the action was good. So when the action finally turned up, it was well done. The original Predator in the suit, the guy in suit Predator, awesome. He was vicious. The carnage in this movie was good. The violence, there was a lot of violence. They did not hold back on the red stuff. So this was like a true R-rated. Is it R-rated? It's MA here in Australia. That's for strong violence. So they did have some good carnage. The Predator was just ripping people apart left and right, you know, blasting bodies in half, lots of red stuff. That was good. So we did not get a PG Predator. So awesome. Jacob Tremblay was good, the kid. But yeah, just a lot of the character development in this movie was just like, I didn't really like such a charismatic cast, and I didn't really like any of the characters. Something's wrong. Boyd Holbrook, good enough tough guy, held the movie together for the most part, but it just kind of really fell apart towards the end. And I did hear that there was going to be a cameo from Arnold Schwarzenegger playing Dutch, and at the last minute that kind of fell through, so they had to kind of scramble and get the ending done. So that kind of like hurt the film as well. I did feel really rushed when it was ending. So I was still talking about pros. The score, the use of the score. Yeah, the old classic score was back, so that was nice. And like I said, the action when that was on screen, it was just a long time. It was just a lot of weird scenes in this movie that just didn't really need to be there. There was, like, for one scene, there's one scene where Olivia Munn is unconscious, her character being Casey Brackett, the biologist on the scene, who is, you know, called upon by the army or the military to come and check out aliens whenever there's contact. So she's just walking her dog and plucked out. There's one scene in this movie, right, where she's knocked unconscious and she wakes up in a room surrounded by all the soldiers, the main core cast. And Thomas Jane's character, Baxley, has got Tourette's. And there's just one needless scene where he just says something about, through no fault of his character's, you know, his character's, it's not his character's fault. Eat my pussy. He says that. He tries to control her and she's just, what? What did you say? The scene goes for about 5 minutes, back and forth about, did you say eat my pussy? No, he didn't say that. It was like, why the hell is that scene even in this film? I mean, it was just... Action films can be entertaining without having... Like, I'm not a prude, but it's just not necessary to have that kind of humor in the film. It was just like... And a lot of other... And I'm not just that scene. Like, I'm not just picking on that scene because it's about eating pussies and all that. Needless to say what went on with Olivia Munn behind the scenes in regards to some conflict with an actor who had been cast, who was a friend of Shane Black, who did have some kind of... I don't know the details, but had a history with abuse. So she wanted him offset and she was pretty much ostracized from the rest of the cast. So that's unfortunate. But that aside, which does not lead very well into her whole situation and this scene. So it's just scenes in this film that just were not needed to be there. The humor was just really on the nose, fell flat, and just wasn't very good. You know, like comedy in an action movie is a staple. It's part of the filming process. It's part of the storytelling. And it makes for entertaining films when it works. And it just didn't work in this movie. It was just a lot of scenes were just dead weight and horrible. So the story-wise, this movie just kind of really fell flat. But like I said, I didn't hate it as much as I thought. I did see some redeeming factors, like the action scenes towards the end when we did find ourselves in a jungle setting and the Predator was doing his thing, taking everybody down one by one. That was fine. We just kind of needed more of it. So yeah, I'm really disappointed that we got this kind of film from Shane Black and Fred Dekker. I mean, I don't know what the hell happened. I can drive a man to drink. Although, I don't know what a lot of other people think about the ending, the final 2 minutes where we do get a reveal of a pretty amazing little scene at the end. I thought was cool. Definitely leading into the next film if they get one. This one did not do well, but that was okay. So, scoring The Predator, I was really looking forward to The Predator. I wanted this to be a good movie. I really did, because I love the character. I love all the other films in the franchise. Not counting Alien vs Predator. I'm just not going to count those movies in the franchise at all. Go away. But Predator, classic. Predator 2 with Danny Glover, a lot of fun. The Robert Rodriguez Predators, also a lot of fun, including Topher Grace in a third movie. He did okay in this one. But yeah, the character is iconic. They could do so much good stuff with this character, and it's a shame that this film just kind of dropped the ball and let him down. But giving it a rating, I'm going to have to go for a 6. I just can't really go much more above that. It was very average. Not crappy. I mean, you can put it on and watch it. It's not going to ruin your day. But it just wasn't reaching the level of excellence that the other movies in the franchise have. So there's a really high bar, and this one was just really low below it, unfortunately. In regards to the 4K HDR, amazing. The film looked absolutely gorgeous. The colors in this film were very, very rich. A lot of night scenes, so the blacks were very dark and deep, and you could see all the details. The space scenes, where we've got the spaceships traveling through space and the explosions, looked great. The digital work, the details, the sound, I've got the speakers behind me, really good sound. So the 4K HDR aspect of this movie, the Blu-ray, awesome, pick it up. It looked really, really good. There is no complaints there. It's fantastic. I've also got the other Predator films on 4K to check out. I haven't seen them yet. I will very, very soon, I promise, and I'll get my reviews up for them. But yeah, so The Predator, not a very good movie, but it looked phenomenal. Anyway, guys, that's my review on The Predator. Have you seen it? What do you think? Let me know. Leave a comment, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. It's bad. Beer's good, though.